if I had to start over, how will I get in shape? So I was 56 kilograms at first. Before that, I was 73 kilograms. At 73 kilograms, I was skinny fat. At 56 kilograms, I was still skinny fat. I had a belly and bones sticking out my back at 174 centimeters. I started the gym because I was playing video games, and one friend of mine told me to come to the gym. Uh, and she like that. I was like, okay, bro, like I want to come to the gym with you. I like you. And I went to the gym. Okay, what will I do different? Well, nothing actually. Yeah, my mistakes were I did too much volume and too much intensity that I injured myself after around 7 months in my knee, and I still have that injury, but I can train decently well, right? After that, I continue to somehow like I lower my volume, but not enough, and then I injure like all my body, from elbow to shoulder to, but not as bad as my knee, right? And those injuries taught me a lot of things because I was forced to learn how can I recover. So I don't really want to change anything. What I did, I was tracking my food with a fucking notebook, and after that I was using an app. You can use Chronometer, MyFitnessPal, or Eat and Track. I'm from Romania. I use Eat and Track, whatever application that you can use to track your food. Buy a weigh scale. I had a weigh scale before I started training because I was interested in food. I was interested in food. Training. I always had this idea that I have to fucking train hard. A friend of mine, I couldn't do bench press, like I couldn't do any more reps, and he was just taking this bar like this from me, and he said up, 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 and I said after the set, bro, like why didn't you take it faster? And he said, no, bro, I have to feel the pain, so just just push forward. And when he said up, I didn't care. I just pushed up, even if he didn't move an inch, right? So I always had this idea of training hard. I train at high volumes and I didn't care, but now I am at a lower volume and I progress and feel good. Feel good. Some people may feel good at high volumes, lower frequencies. Try your own shit. I started at 2 times per week, around 18 sets per body part weekly. So 9 sets, for example, 9 sets of chest. On shoulders and calves was less, so 6 on shoulders, 9 on tricep, 6 calves, and shit like that. But that doesn't matter. My specific volume doesn't matter. The thing that matters is that I cannot relate to people that say, well, I did so many mistakes in my fitness journey. I got so many results when I started tracking my food. I always did that. I got so many, I make so much progress when I start tracking my lifts. Day one. Day one, I was tracking my lifts. I had so much progress when I slept. I was always sleeping. I had so much progress when, like, yeah, the only thing that I didn't do exactly, I didn't count it, was water intake, and now I do it. And it's a little bit better, but not that much of a fucking difference, just in blood work. Because when you are on performance enhancing drugs, drinking water is more important with your hematocrit and stuff. So yeah, it's more important to drink water, in my opinion. What will I do different if I had to start over again? Probably with this information that I have, I wouldn't want to injure myself again. But if I didn't have this information, I would just let it be that way because I learned so much along the way. Now I can help, like I can change like how I train, how I eat, and everything. I can help other people understand. I can make other people recover. I can empathize with people that are injured because I was injured. I have all this information and I can, in the worst case, help myself become like put the amount of like get the most gains out of the least work and shit like that. So yeah, I will not do anything differently. And it's funny because a lot of people say that not a lot of people, but in my head, I saw on Instagram comments, I look like shit and I have to do something wrong. And I'm like, "Mm." Sometimes I get fucking angry, right? Sometimes I lose my shit when I saw these fucking comments. But I remember Instagram comments aren't real. Like, people on the Instagram are miserable and I should not be bothered by shitheads. If a kid of 5 years old try to laugh at me, I will not care because he's a kid, and this is how I should treat Instagram comments, and this is how all people who have like social media accounts, they don't really care about the hate because they understand that those people are retards, and I can understand that, but I cannot really practice it. But I am trying to actively. I am trying to not give a fuck anymore, or at least I will give a fuck, but I will not entertain an idea and or read their comments after I saw it's a hate comment. I just scroll down because there is no point, you know. Usually when I was playing Dota 2 and I was trying to become professional, I was trying to hear every fucking comment that I got so I can understand if I was doing something wrong. And sometimes I did and I improved, but I cannot get any like good tip on Dota, like not on Dota 2, about the gym or nutrition. I cannot get any fucking tip, any good tip. Like, what can you say? Increase your volume? I will get injured, and I did that, and it's not that I prefer. I don't care. What works. Train less hard? Why? There is no reason to do this, do that. Like, I've tried them, and I know what works for me. In Dota 2, no, bro. Like, things change constantly. Things change constantly. The meta changes. You know, there is no fucking meta in bodybuilding. It's fucking training, food, sleep, steroids, blood work, and shit like that, and do it for 30 years without dying. That's it. And how you can achieve it doesn't really matter. Yeah, there are some good ways and some worse ways, but that doesn't really matter, right? So my advice to you is that be serious. Like, do you actually want to do something in the gym? Yes or no? Like, if you don't, yeah, bro, just go for the sake of it and don't track anything and just go for the fuck of it, you know, just to get happy and get a little bit in shape. But I didn't care. I wanted to make as much progress as I was making on that video game that I was trying to become professional. I was like, I track everything. Why? I know if I became stronger this session or not. I know if I eat more, I will get fat and so on, and eat less. And of course, I made my like tracking mistakes with my app, right? But with food, I didn't track my food correctly because there are like some shit food that I was thinking it had 40 calories, but it had like 300. But again, I did the mistakes. I learned from them. They were not big. They were not. They didn't cost me my life, and they made me stronger. They made me better as a bodybuilder and as a coach overall. So I wouldn't do anything differently other than if I started with the information that I have, I will not get injured again. So, for you guys out there, and probably I will get a job faster and don't give a fuck about school and get a job faster so I can have money and make like take my blood work and take my supplements and shit like that. So, my advice to you: you want to start training in the gym, or you are already working out but you don't see results. Start, like, grab your fucking balls with your hand or whatever hand you want and say, bro, I'm going to do it. I want to look good. It's not good to look good. It's egotistical. It's all this fucking negative stuff. No, I want to look good because I want to look good. It's simple as that. Yeah, I want to be treated differently by other people because when you look good, you are getting treated differently. It's funny because when I shave my face and I not shave my head, but when I get a haircut, I look more younger and people treat me shittier. When I have a shit, I don't really have a good beard. When I have a facial hair and I look like more scrawny, more like a homeless man, people take me more seriously. Why the fuck? Why the fuck I cannot look younger and people take me seriously? Why? Because they think I don't know anything. So yeah, probably to be taken seriously, I need to have a fucking big beard and be shaved in my head so I can look younger. And unfortunately, this is how retard people are, and this is the majority of people. Even if you think you are smart, no, you are probably retard. I saw a guy in my comments today. He said in his bio he had don't don't hate. Kindness doesn't cost anything, and he was hating in my comments. Just those kind of people exist on Instagram. I had another guy who made a bet, bro. If you are right, I will sign up to your coaching. Are you sure? Are you sure? Okay. In less than a minute, I proved that I'm right. She said, "Yeah, bro, you are right. I'm going to this." He ghosted me, bro. At least don't say it. At least shut the fuck up. But guys or girls or whatever the fuck this YouTube thing is, doesn't matter. If you want to get results, get serious. Of course, the information is free, but probably you are not going to research like and filter all this information for yourself. The best thing that I wish I would have done is hire a coach, but I don't know who I could have hired because none of the people that I know have the information that I want, like, and none of them come to the conclusions that I came to, because some of them like higher volumes, some of them like lower volumes, some of them do that in their drug protocol, some of them do that in the drug protocol, and I come to my own conclusion. So you should, it's hard to understand and it's hard to find a coach who will try to explain to you and make you choose for yourself, but you can look good with like a lot of coaches online. That this is not a coach problem, it's a you problem in general. But it's not that I don't really want to be taught. I want to learn and take the abstract and apply whatever the fuck I want from. And of course, I applied like most of it, and then I see if it works, or like all of it, and then I see if it works for myself. If it works, I continue to follow. If it doesn't, I don't. I try higher volumes. I injure myself. Who the fuck is going to do higher volumes anymore? Not me. I try lower volumes. It works. It worked perfectly. I will do lower volumes. Whoever says to me that higher volumes are better, I can understand where they are coming from, but for me it doesn't work. I don't say they are bad. For me, they don't work. And fuck the studies. Yeah, studies are shown okay after 2 sets, but we are getting into tangents here. So if you are a weird guy like me, yeah, you should research. But if you don't research for the next 4 or 5 years, then you will get a lot of things wrong. But if you don't research and experiment with yourself, and you want to look good now, yeah, hire somebody. And even if you pay money, you can hire 2 3 people. Like after working on one guy, work with other guy, and you can see their different approaches and how they work on you. And yeah, the best thing you can do is experimenting with yourself. And of course, there are like some base principles that work, but you know, depends on your goals. I have this thing that I want, not have a coach, but I have like a fucking mentorship coach, and I will probably hire like a bodybuilding coach, and I'll hire this and that. Not because I want, again, I hate the idea that I have to work under somebody. I hate it. I fucking hate it. But if they help me achieve my goal, I don't care what I have to do. But I hate the idea of having another man tell me what I have to do, because, not because I cannot listen, but because I don't trust. I cannot have a big enough trust in people to teach me how to do it, because they don't give a fuck more of my stuff than I care about myself. But again, this is a very special situation where I am in. If you just want to look good and be healthy, for sure hire a coach. It's not that deep. But yeah, if I know I have a guy, I will just listen to him like 100%. But again, that perfect guy, I think it exists, and I think I know who it is, but it's so expensive for me, and yeah, it's worth it. If I had the money, I will do it. But I don't have the money just for coaching. Like I don't have $10,000 for a year, or like 10 or 15,000, or even more. I think right now he is right. I don't have that kind of money just for bodybuilding coaching. So yeah, cheap coaching is pretty trash most of the times. They don't give a fuck about you. So if you want to buy something, buy it expensive. And don't tell me, yeah, it's expensive. I have to buy food. Shut the fuck up. You eat from McDonald's, you smoke cigarettes, you drink alcohol, you do all these bad things. You buy a new car, you put tires on it that are very expensive. You have new clothes, you spend a lot of money on shit stuff. But when it comes to investing in yourself, no, it's expensive. Yeah, of course, then stay a loser.